defund Disney. Then on Sunday. I'm sorry, on Sunday from 8. Oh my God, why does it have to be so early? From 8. Well, it's from 8:30 to 11:30, so you don't have to be there the whole time. At Pier 1 in West Seattle is a Peace for All. Please come stand in community with friends and neighbors to form a human banner honoring International Day of Peace. I think the live stream is set up. Give me 1 second to figure it out. This is Mr. Disney / War by Zounds off of the Curse of Zounds. Welcome to Worldwide 24/7 Music Festival. We will be talking about some of the music festivals happening this weekend, as well as, well, it's confusing because I cover both actual music events, but then I also cover music festivals, i.e. protests that are happening in and around the Seattle area. Last week I did a little bit of a fall preview. I'm going to say it was a double episode, just about double episode. This week I'm going to try and keep it brief. I'm just going to cover this weekend. We are going to talk about some of the events happening in and around the greater Seattle Northwest, Pacific Northwest region. We'll look at the calendar together, and then I will have a little bit of not the full fall preview, but going into what are some of the upcoming events. So is Mr. Disney War. There's always one thing that I think I had set up, but then I didn't set up. Give me 1 second, and then we'll get back to our regularly scheduled programming. Again, my top pick for this weekend tonight, Bat Noise is playing with Katika. I don't know if that's the name of the band or if literally whoever posted it didn't know their name, so they just put other. And then Kotakira at the Jules May Saloon, which is now officially Seattle's oldest bar. They're a little bit smug about that, given that the only reason that they are Seattle's oldest bar is because Merchants Cafe and Saloon in Pioneer Square closed last December. I feel like it's just, for me it's just, congratulations Jules May in achieving Seattle's oldest bar, and sure, if I was, I'd put it on my website, but they just seem a little too pleased with themselves when it's kind of sad the reason that they are now Seattle's oldest bar. Okay, I knew that was going to happen. But yeah, no, that's happening tonight. I will say it's not just punk shows. I am seeing more and more RSVP for location for music festivals, for the protesty kind of things. What am I playing next? This is Disneyland by Dada. I don't know if anyone's going to be going to Disneyland anytime soon. So it turns out I have not been. I'm not set up at all. Mic check. Okay. That's weird. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, so like I said, a defund Disney. Disney has just been making a series of unforced errors. Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, let's start with the fact that Disney, for probably the first time ever, does not have the #1 animated movie of all time. That happens to be a movie called Neja 2, which is officially beat out Frozen or Frozen 2. I think Frozen 2 had held the record for quite some time, but then Neja is now. And then Star Wars people aren't. Well, I mean they have fans, but some people are like aren't as thrilled with recent Star Wars output. People are curious what the next phase of Marvel, if that's going to do okay. Most of their live actions bomb. Elio bombed, and again, I will say though, my dad liked it. But again, because they removed the person whose vision it was, and then put other people who don't have the same identity in charge, who watered down the original intention. But yeah, no, like I said, my dad liked it. Even things like K-pop Demon Hunters. I don't even have Netflix, but I just dropped $150 on K-pop Demon Hunters merchandise because, Disney does not have the lock on animation anymore. Zootopia 2 is coming out. I think it'll actually do okay. Just because I think there will be the same people who donate to a millionaire will run out to support Disney because other people are boycotting it. I also think Zootopia was popular. I think that kids movies are reliably moneymakers typically, especially sequels I think Zootopia will actually do okay, but I won't be seeing it. Meanwhile, there are music festivals happening at the ABC station in Spokane, at KATU in Portland, and I think something's planned for Tacoma, but I'm not sure when. And again, the event here in Seattle is happening tomorrow, September 20th from 10 to 12 at Como News, which is, of course, our ABC affiliate, but also apparently owned by Sinclair. I have to look into that, though. That is unconfirmed. That event is being held by Seattle Indivisible, and then on Sunday, what they are hoping for to be 1,000-person peace banner at Alki Beach, 2130 Harbor Avenue Southwest. That's that's from 8:30 to 11:30, and then West Seattle Indivisible will be at the Farmers Market as they usually are from 11:30 to 1:30. I'm going to do some screen sharing. Let's start with, and I cannot see the comments while I'm screen sharing, but thank you I do appreciate anyone who jumps in, and I will be able to see them once I am not screen sharing. But I will be screen sharing for most of this episode for various things. So let's start with the 5-day forecast. It actually looks like it's a 7-day forecast. But, right now it is 71 degrees. The low is expected to be 51. Tomorrow it's supposed to be partly cloudy. High of 74, low of 58. Sunday, 70% chance of showers. Tomorrow, only a 3% chance of showers. 67 is the high, 54 is the low. Monday, 69 is the high, 54 is the low. Tuesday, it gets warmer and sunnier again. 75 high, 55 low, 71 and 54. That's your 5-day forecast. So if you're planning to be out, it could rain on the Peace Parade, but it threatened to rain at the Save Our Science rally last weekend, but it didn't, and people turned out anyway. And even if it had rained, we're Seattleites, so I don't think that's not going to keep us away. Let's see, am I still screen sharing? To do that. Oh, I will play that record though. Okay, let's see. I do take requests, music requests. Of course, I won't be playing anything from my vast Disney collection. A friend of mine wrote a really eloquent letter just about being a Disney fan. But I am curious. I am seeing in fan forums. I don't know if I can give up my streaming, but other people pretty firmly saying, if you can't, there's a lot more at stake than just your, because I'm screen sharing. Okay, shit. I forgot what I was doing. All right. So this record, the wait, am I actually am I screen share? I can't tell what I'm doing. Oh, the error. Okay, the map has to load. Right. Oh, I am screen sharing. Okay, good. Sorry. um, so this record, which is actually called "Bring Me the Head," I believe, originally officially called "Bring Me the Head of Walt Disney," is now just called "Bring Me the Head of." Wrong speed for sure. And you can, I don't know, in the version that they show online, you can see Mickey's face, and it's actually like Phyllis Diller as the clown. They've removed the Joe Camel. There just used to be a lot of subliminal imagery, so you can see where the wildfires are. It's not. It looks like a lot. Oh shit! Hazardous. Avoid all outdoor activity near Olympia. Okay. And then moderate in Kashmir. This is Take a Stand, followed by Party Down, followed by okay, let's take a look at the protest list. So I have to do something with this mic. I have to raise it. How can I? Maybe. Oh, I can. Okay. Like I said, this is Party Down. Yeah, obviously the big save the date is the No Kings, Saturday, October 18th. Yeah, Seattle 10 a.m. Stand with Jimmy, Defund Disney, Como News at 144th Avenue. It's at the Space Needle. It's at the base of the Space Needle. It's like on the campus side. Seattle 1 to 4:30. Adopt a Day Labor Corner Assembly. RSVP for location. Like I said, that's happening more often. There is a mobilize event code. And then Make Billionaires Pay, sign waving in Everett. And then Sunday, of course, the peace banner in Alki Beach. Event happening, End the Occupation, Free Palestine near the ferry terminal in Kingston. And then from 3 to 5, Pramila Jayapal's Resistance Lab 2.0 at the Ballard Library. That's sponsored by Wallingford Indivisible. I'm just going to skip to the Saturday. So no kings, no oligarchs at U Village Tesla. Tesla takes takedown at Renton Tesla. The Ram parking lot in Puyallup. Protect due process in Bellevue. 11:30 to 1. Defend the Constitution in Kirkland. West Seattle. We already mentioned 11:30 to 1:30. That's at the Junction. Or is that a different one? I don't know, but yeah, no, near where the farmers market is. Noon to 1, Defend Democracy at Bergen Place in Ballard. Rainier Beach from 12 to 2 at Detective Cookie Chest Park. That's near the Rainier Beach Library. Linwood from 12 to 2, Tesla Takedown. Stanwood from at noon. At the Stanwood Park and Ride, Refuse Fascism. And then Tacoma Solidarity at the Northwest Detention Center from 1 to 3. Wait, is that all Saturday? Oh, that is all Saturday. Okay, West Seattle, they're doing... I'm sorry. Yes, That won't be at the farmers market because the farmers market is on Sunday. But West Seattle is doing. They're there from 11:30 to 1:30 on Saturdays and Sundays again, which they had been for a while. But then they were only Sundays. But now they're back to both. So yeah, Poulsbo 11 to 1:30, West Seattle 11:30 to 1:30, Green Lake 12 to 2, near the Evans Pool. Make Good Trouble. Federal Way from 12 to 1. I just saw that there's a Kent event. In fact, I'm gonna Shoreline. I think the Kent event is on Saturdays, so Shoreline. In fact, I'm gonna look it up. Shoreline from 1 to 2. Social Justice Sundays. Bonnie Lake 2 to 3. Mercer Island from 4 to 4:30. We ain't got time for much more than that. Okay. 4 to 4:30 is, I don't know why that's comical. I feel like that might even be a typo. Okay, I'm going to stop screen sharing for a moment. Because I don't want to dox myself. Holy shit. They're Como viewers, so what do you expect? Como Sinclair is running a poll asking viewers if removing Jimmy Kimmel was the right decision. Right now, people who think it is are leading. Wow. Yeah, this is exactly why I didn't want to... Okay, give me 1 second. I know what I'm looking for. So it is... oh. No. Alright, I'm not going to find it. Oh, okay. Wait. Okay. Maybe I was in the wrong place. Okay. Oh, yeah, no, okay. Okay, sorry, that took a moment, but that was worth it. Sign up from our newsletter, You Wish Como. So yeah, Kent Valley stands with Palestine. Kent Station. That already happened. All that and it already happened. Okay, maybe that wasn't worth it. Sorry, that was a little bit of a waste of... We got to listen to some extra Naked Aggression. That was shafted neoliberal. Boop. Boop. Well, I always play the Naked Aggression side because they're one of my favorite bands of all time. I have a Naked Aggression tattoo. This is racist, classist, anti-gay bullshit. by All or Nothing HC. Again, off of the Bring Me the Head of split with Naked Aggression on Amancy Punk's Records. CD available on the Rag Records and Zine. All right, we're gonna get to the. Okay. Okay. This is tonight, Friday, September 19th, 2025. T-Pain is playing at the Washington State Fair Events Center. I always point out that is where the state of Washington interned Japanese people in a open-air camp during World War II. Just for being Japanese, and Japanese Americans, like American citizens. AJR played last night. I want to know how that went. I was trying to find clips online. Those racist, classist, anti-gay bullshit by All or Nothing HC. This is Flow. I'm sorry, this is Low by Flo Rida featuring T-Pain. This is a 45. The T-Pain. Have you seen the Jack in the or listen? It's a radio commercial actually. Maybe there's a TV version, but it's T-Pain for Jack in the Box, and then the Jack in the Box Jack from Jack in the Box like uses auto tune, and T-Pain's like, what is that? What are you doing? What are we doing? And it's funny. It's actually very funny. Chromeo DJ set at Nectar. No. Ice Cube's just a hateful anti-Semite to me now. He's dead to me. I will play NWA, but I will not play solo. I don't even own any solo Ice Cube, unless it's on a soundtrack. I probably own something on a sound. Oh, anyway, Today Was a Good Day is a good song that he's made an entire career of making that face. That's it. He can sneer well, but that's it. That's not. And then he's made a bunch of really, really bad. 4 decades of really bad comedies. So some of them were good. Let's be honest. Some of them were good, but many of them were very, very bad. Are We There Yet Again too, or whatever the I want it that way. Noah Cyrus. That's Showbox Soto. Jay Farrow, I think, will be at Tacoma Comedy Club all weekend. Reese Darby at Comedy Bar. Hereafter and Margaret Cho present Charlene K. Tiger Daughter. I want Margaret Cho to present me. Like I like that. I didn't know. I just yeah. We love Margaret Cho. Reggaeton Rave at Substation. Jay Chandra Sakar from Super Troopers. Aliens. Ferris Bueller. Bueller. West Seattle Fall Wine Walk. Become the Void. Oh wait, where? Welcome to the Illusion Tour. How did I hit that? At the Funhouse. Yeah, okay, I didn't mean to hit that. This is Bang by AJR. Linda, 20th anniversary. 20? Oh, okay. Days before a critical festival appearance, aspiring teenage rock stars Kyoko and Nozomi find themselves without a band when their guitarist injures her finger and the singer quits. Now, their only chance at superstardom lies in a new vocalist who has never been in a band and barely speaks Japanese. Linda is a hidden gem of Japanese cinema that has gained a cult following despite its limited U.S. release, featuring music by James Iha of the Smashing Pumpkins. This new 4K restoration is a celebration of the 20th anniversary. I'm wearing my Linda shirt. But it won't let me show it for some. Okay, well, whatever. Here we go. Apology Wars, Sparrow Blue, Carson Daniel, The Thrill. Is that a theme, like bands that don't use spaces? Which is a theme. That's a currently big in Seattle. Oh, there's that. There's the Bat Noise, Kataka. Okay, Other is the official band name. Okay, and Koda Kira at Jules May Saloon. That's happening right now ish. Oh no, that's not until now. You can still watch this show and head over there. The Woodhavens, the Prophets, Worry Surfer at Darnell's, where your dad used to drink. What makes you think my dad doesn't still? No, my dad doesn't still drink. Okay, Sam Cat Fest. I saw this, and it took me so long because I forgot the Olympic Sculpture Park is run by Seattle Art Museum. Sam, I was like, is Sam a breed of cat? Is this for cat's name, Sam? No, it's Seattle Art Museum. It's Cat Fest. That already happened. That was at 5, but that sounds fun. I like cats. For me, I would not bring my cat. Because, it's got this woman and she's got a cat on a leash. I would not be bringing my cats anywhere. The Vases and Lil Lebowski at Rabbit Box. I like Lil Lebowski. I saw them, I want to say, at the West Seattle Fest? Maybe Belltown Blast. Moss Story Slam. Songwriting Showcase. Phoebe Graves. Not Haley Graves. Okay, Phoebe Graves. I don't know them. Perini Reunion Show. This is Black Moon with You to Man. Off of Enta the Stage. Nervous Records. Club Penguin Rave at View. Eco Tour at the Duwamish Longhouse. That was at 11. So that's Wig Night. Friday Bingo Night at the Admiral Pub. Importance of Being Earnest. Is that Taproot Theater? 204 North 85th feels a lot like Taproot Theater. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna check. That's a guess. That's just a guess. Oh no, it says it right there. Taproot Theater. All right, let's see what's going on tomorrow. So many of those events you could still make it to tonight for once. Billy Idol, I knew that. I had Idol grabbed. It's a nice day to tour again. The Ravenettes with Poppy Jean Crawford at the Crocodile. Joe McHale with Kelsey Cook and Susan Jones again at the event center. Walk Don't Run, Pioneer Square. Art music performance. So it is a literal. It starts at noon. Okay. That would be something I would check out. I after the protest, I have to head straight back home because I do my show with my dad. Uh, Jay Farrow again. Doug Stanhope at Tacoma Comedy Club. Uncle Bonsai. Okay. All right. We'll play Uncle Bonsai. All right. I'm playing Uncle Bonsai next. Reggae. Just reggae. I know someone who would be there though. The Hugs at Tim's Tavern. Cocktail Fest at Chop Suey. I feel like that's an annual event. All right, this is Uncle Bonsai with Susie. Off of the KEZX album project. Well, retroactively volume 1, but the Pancake and Booze art show at El Corazon. K-pop Demon Ravers at Substation. This is tomorrow night, Saturday. Go Sports. ABBA Graphs tribute to ABBA at Jazz Bones. Zien conducts pictures at an exhibition. Wait, wait, hold on. I need to go back. Because I saw it, but then I was thinking 44 years. Oh no, okay, 44th anniversary CD release. Okay, I thought it was saying it was their 44th CD, which wouldn't surprise, or 44th record, but it is their 44th anniversary. They, like I said, when I first moved to Seattle, Uncle Bonsai played out all the time. Like they were just all the time, and then it's very, very rare. And where is that? I'm like, I might go to that. At the Triple Door. onesie pub crawl starting at noon. So if you see people, groups of people wandering around in onesies, now you know why. Sam creates figure drawings with Studio Paradiso. That was the beginning of Lighty Lighty Moon by Mighty Lighty Moon by Chuck Conlon. I love that song too. I love this whole album. There's a volume 2 as well. Though if I had lived here in the 70s, I doubt that's the radio station my car would have been to. Alright, this is Billy Idol with White Wedding. It's Bingo Bitch. Joe McHale pre-show party. Bainbridge Island Record Show. Salmon Homecoming at Pier 62. That's at 10 a.m. Oh. Free movie screening Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie at AMC Pacific Place. First come, first serve. Entry and seating not guaranteed as seating is limited. We recommend arriving 30 to 60 minutes early to secure a spot. Join Gabby and her feline friends as they embark on the biggest adventure yet on the big screen. Perfect for the whole family. Bring the kids a magical morning of movies. Plus there will be special goodies for kids in attendance. Get your passes now. Oh, you can get passes. 10:30 check-in. I know nothing about this. But I don't know, Disney. Gabby's coming for you. Vintage Bike Day. Crash course in astrobiology. I just attended a rally for science last week and I have questions. School of Rock CCR adult show at the clock out. Adult show always is. Yeah, I believe it's the adults of School of Rock performing CCR, which I'm assuming is, I almost said, oh, I can say it because, well, no, I can't say it. Never mind. When I think CCR, I think of a very specific thing, but for most people, it's Creed and Clearwater Revival, right? Jeffrey Baldinger at the Seattle Drum School of Music that's canceled. Little Women, the Broadway musical at Renton Civic Center. I started reading Little Women to. I was gonna say someone, but no, to. This is a true story. So I started. I read the first half of Little Women, and then there's a 5-year time jump. Like Little Women is like you're like, oh wow, they did time jumps way back then. There's a 5-year time jump in the book, and so my plan was to read Little Women when my child was younger, and then 5 years later go back and read part 2 and like together and like just see if the context of it made more sense, or if it like I had this idea. Except 5 years later, my son came out as it's trans, so male. So Little Women didn't seem as relevant, and I don't think we were. We were still reading books together though, which Anyway, Sass, a wild burlesque review at the ballroom, Spanish Ballroom in Tacoma. Sorry for party rocking at the Wild Buffalo, which it turns out is in Bellingham, not, is that right? Not Capitol Hill? None of that is what I plan to play. Let's try that again. That wasn't bad though. Brass again. Oh no, I'm still going to Buffalo page. Yes. Latino Night at View, and then we're going to look at what's happening Sunday for you, for those of you who every night's a party. Darius Rucker at the Washington State Convention Center. It seems most of my colleagues, it's not about the music, it's about the food. I have never been to the state fair. That's just not. It is my type of entertainment, but it's not my place to go for that type of entertainment. Like I go to this there for work. Not the fairgrounds, but that part of Washington. Punk and Garage Rock at the Crocodile School of Rock. This is Sunday at 11:15. I will be in West Seattle as part of a piece. Blah, blah, blah. Coheed and Cambria with Taking Back Sunday at Chateau Saint. No. No! Oh, and it's sold out. They sold out a fucking winery. Sum 41's All Killer No Filler is 25 years old. The Wailers at the Wild Buffalo. I could go grab my Bob Marley. I don't think I will. I already have the records I plan to play for this episode. School of Rock, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Osama DK Osama bin Laden tour. No. More vintage bikes. Afternoon tea at Pacific Place? That sounds fancy. School of Rock presents No Doubt All Ages at the Clock Out. Oh, that I might have to. And of course, because I spent so much time, I love that song because I spent so much time in the 80s alone in my bedroom dancing by myself. And it always makes me think of this song. I'm going to play Into the Groove by Madonna. Straight up original flavor, like a virgin. And as always, disclaimer, all this content is AI generated. I am AI generated. None of this is real. Hashtag ad. Holy shit, I'm getting like peaks like crazy. Okay. Okay, that didn't make a difference. Okay, I'm gonna stop fucking with that. What are we doing? We're alright. And then did I say the Dead Boys on Tuesday the 23rd? Oh, where? Let's look that up. There, it's at the Fun House. Not well. I said El Corazon, but it's dead. I can't believe the Dead Boys can't even get like the Fun House. Like, are they with 38 Coffin? Holy shit! I'm definitely going to that burn kit. Accept all cookies. Fuck you. Wait, that is not the song. Wait, or is it? I know I literally just played this. I'm apologizing, but I'm gonna play it again. Is that? Oh my gosh, I was too busy talking, and I'm literally. Is that the song I was thinking of? It's not. Um, it is Into the Groove. Okay. All right. All right. I missed it. I missed my favorite lyric. Burger. Oh my gosh. Holy. Oh, I see. Unprecedented levels of headphone interference. This is Down in Flames by the Dead Boys. Off of Young, Loud, and Snotty. It is not Bandcamp Friday. I believe the next one is October. Oh, okay. Wait. Before we start, okay, a couple more things to screen share before we get to the paper notes. October 3rd. Nation of Language dance called Memory Listening Party. Oh, that was last night. Follow Wine Walk. Then, Buckingham Nicks Listening Party. This is just Straight Outta Compton by NWA off of Straight Outta Compton. Geese getting killed. Posters and sign flats while supplies last. AFI Silver Bleeds Black, the Black Sun Indie Store early listening event. Chameleons live. Purchase is required to participate in the signing, meet and greet portion of the event. Nico Case. Listening party. I was like, that's not going to be a Nico Case. It could be, but no, I knew it was going to be listening baby. Listening party. War Babies live, actual, October 3rd. Oh no, that's November. Oh, I might be able to make that. Morpho live, October 4th. Gus Eaglehorn live. Cool. Stormboy Dead Streets. That's tonight. You can still make that. Doors at 9. And this is at the roller rink. I'm sorry. You skate around the band. Like the band is in the center of the roller rink, and you skate around them. You have to be careful of the cords. Reverse Death, Sarah Firma, and the Shakedown. Bexley. Oh shit. 10-10 Bexley. That I'm gonna have to make that with Fox Medicine. Word to the motherfucker. Speaking of anniversaries, this is the 20th anniversary edition at Straight Outta Compton. Damn, that shit was dope. Was Straight Outta Compton, off of Straight Outta Compton by NWA. This is Why by the Linda Lindas. Oof. I guess 9/16 to 9/21 is supposed to be some kind of economic blackout. Other ones have gotten a lot more publicity, so I'm feeling like we'll see how it all plays out. It was like no work, don't spend any money. I happen to be off today, And yesterday, I did work on the 16th. What's today? Today's the 19th. I did work on the 16th and 17th. But I did have yesterday and today off, and then I'll have the rest of the weekend off. I will spend as little money as I can, but I am also going to spend my weekend doing the things I'm doing. But no, I'm only going to protest. I shouted out Katika, but I won't be at that show tonight. Me, when I'm like, technically, I could still make that show. I think I'm in for the night. But anyway, yeah, it's being billed as a wedding party, the 5-day wedding party. But yeah, people are. Yeah, another economic blackout. But unlike previous ones, I did not see it being marketed too heavily, and I didn't hear too many people talking about it, either in real life or on social media. So I don't know. I'm a little excited. I organized my records. So after this episode, I guess I'm going to do my regular. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to call it. Not what I did last night with all the video clips. That was interesting. That was an experiment, but I don't want to say failed experiment, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that again soon. This is No Effects with. I think this is a 45. It is a 45. With Wore Out the Soul of My Party Boots. For a brief period, this show was called. Actually, this is New Year's Revolution and Wore Out the Soul of My Party Boots. For a moment, this show was called Cute Boots. It was a reference to some of the algo speak people use to try and post political content on social media that are more designed for profit. Again, this is No Effects. I just read a whole explainer about 40 years of the right wing basically just making caring cringe, cliche, uncool. Oh my God, you care about anything at all? They basically transformed disaffected teenager into a political philosophy. I don't know how to describe it. But it also has been remarkably effective at convincing people that participating in anything or caring about anything. But don't worry, when you go out in the streets tomorrow and there's a dance-off and it's just middle-aged people and they join them. Just join them. You'll be fine. And let people post video of you on the internet. And let people comment that that's cringy. You're out there doing something. They're keyboard warriors hiding behind an anonymous screen username. But mask up. Take care of yourself. All right, we're getting to the paper notes. I did not, as it turns out, after months and months and months, manifest myself going to Riot Fest in Chicago. That is happening now. September 19th to the 21st. Blink-182, Green Day, Weezer. I've seen them all together at the Hell Omega, so that's not necessarily that exciting to me. Alkaline Trio. I'm really curious because what I really want is I want to see Matt from Alkaline Trio and Tom on the same stage in Blink-182. I'm curious if he would join them. Anyway, but yeah, no, Alkaline Trio, Rilo Kiley, Weird Al is an amazing person to play Riot Fest. Sparks. Knock Loose, Dropkick Murphys, All Time Low, Jawbreaker, etc. Yeah, Riot Fest happening in Chicago right now, and here I am. So I guess I thought if I talked about it enough, somehow the universe would manifest me some tickets like Bumbershoot, but it didn't happen that way because that's magical thinking, and that's not how life works. The reason I got Bumbershoot tickets, I still don't know actually, but I yeah. Thank you, Gift Horse. No more questions, no notes. Um, the again, shout out to Seattle Parks and Rec. You were invited to the wedding of Bella Swan and Edward Cullen at Carkeek Park. This actually happened last night, but it's an ongoing movie series. They're going to be playing the Twilight movies at Carkeek Park on, I guess, Thursdays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. I don't know. Whenever it is, look it up at the Seattle Parks and Rec website. But anyway, I just they set it up like a that was New Year's Revolution, followed by Wore Out the Soul of My Party Boots by Nofix. This is Burger Rain by the Aquabats. I recently reported that now that No Effects has broken up, well, that's not the report. That's been over a year now, or whatever. El Hef is now has actually suited up, like pictures of El Hef in Aquabats uniform. Like El Hef is an Aquabat now, which is fucking awesome. This is Burger Rain. Trauma Dance is happening September 26th to the 28th in Brooklyn. That is something is happening. Take that, Donald Trump. Don't need no chicken tacos. What are we talking about? Burger Rain by the Aquabats. Dry Socket currently on tour. October 4th, Rise Up for Gaza at Victor Steinbreck Park. The flyer had no time on it. I responded time, what time, and I haven't gotten a response yet. Also on October 4th, there is a Seattle School Board Candidate Forum from, actually, I have the flyer right here, so let me not get it wrong. From noon to 12:30 at North Seattle College Auditorium, 2600 College Way North. Again, that is candidates for Seattle School Board. Minus the Bear will be playing Best Friends Forever Festival in Las Vegas, October somewhere between October 10th and the 12th. Rilo Kiley will also be there, among others. Oh, Texas is the Reason. Superchunk, Pretty Girls Make Graves, Wednesday, Penfold, These Arms Are Snakes, Pity Sex, Spitting, Midriff, Crochet, Tiger Bike. Okay. That was Burger Rain by the Aquabats. Now featuring El Hef from NoFX. This is Margaret Cho and Neil Hamburger with How Little Men Care. Oh, I might play I Drink as well. Feels apropos of life. I was like, wait, apropos of what? I mean, I am drinking, but yeah. Well, that officially passed. Oh, right. Well, we all missed Frontline Assembly at the at El Corazon. That was on the 16th. Crudif and Dorfmeister. These are old notes. Okay, September 17th. Oh, well, it turned out not to be a hearing on cops in schools because they benched that topic yet again. And most of the participants were there for to talk about school lunches. You can actually see all my commentary, what's going on at the Seattle School Board and in Seattle schools on this channel, if that's interesting to you. They split the lunches, and because that's when extracurriculars commonly occur, kids got really mad. They walked out of school and were widely praised for how they handled it. Some of the things that I think the materials got translated into multiple languages. Which I know as like a professional who works in a nonprofit that serves mostly immigrant populations, getting things translated in a timely manner is very, very difficult. And I don't know how they did that without a budget and without. And then they also had events for kids who couldn't walk. At the point they walked out and then went to the building, the school. They went to complain at but for kids with disabilities and others who couldn't for whatever reason, they had alternate events. Like, they were really thoughtful about how they handled it, and everyone praised them for that. Yes, we already talked about AJR at the... Wait, why do I have all these old notes? Oh. If you weren't going to see Katika and all that shit going on at Jules May in Georgetown, you might want to head over to the Kraken. FCon, Land of Wolves, Bugs, and Picket Line are playing tonight. And you could still make it. It's only 8:31. You could still make these. You'll probably see all four bands. We talked about the Pancake and Booze art show happening at El Corazon tomorrow night. Alrighty, yeah, well, and then that's officially the flyer for the peace thing happening in West Seattle, 8:30. Y'all, I know West Seattle Indivisible is organized by older folks, and that's great. I love to see the same. Well, I love to see. I hate to see the same people who protested bullshit in the 60s and in the 80s still out there, and sometimes being the only ones. But they're still out there. Anyway, it's mostly older folks, and there's, if you don't know, older people just don't sleep. They don't need sleep. I don't know how to describe it. They just don't sleep. So they're like, yeah, 8:30, let's go. And I'm like, Sunday. You know, understand that means it's after Saturday, where many people. Anyway. All right. This is Forensics cover of Every Time by Britney Spears. Off of a split with Kelly Osbourne, and randomly Kelly Osbourne's is a Christmas song, but this isn't, and it's like this is one of the weirdest. I'm like, why does this exist? But I own it. September 22nd. I'm sorry, this is the wrong speed. Oh, that's weird. No. Um, September 27th, CBGB's Fest under some bridge in Brooklyn. Again, I've been trying to manifest myself into that event for months and it doesn't seem to be happening, so I guess magical thinking doesn't work. The alternate route for 509 is free through the summer, and I don't know how they're defining summer, but the fall equinox is September 22nd, so I don't know why those events are linked in my mind. Okay. Duke doesn't like this song. Taste testers are joining the Dead Boys at the Fun House. Hold on, I'm ready. Hold on. September 22nd, 7th is also the Chinese International District Night Market. There will be lion dancers, taiko drumming, late night eats, and more. September 30th is, of course, Wear Orange Day. Is this close enough? This is like, in fact, this is going to be my Wear Orange shirt. This is going to be my Wear Orange shirt. Normally I wear a Dick's Burger shirt inside out because or not inside out, and then people are like, hey, you like Dick's Burgers, and I'm like, actually, can I talk to you about something else? And that something else is we wear orange to honor I want to say estimated 150,000, but was that in Canada or the United States, or both? But the 150,000 kids who were taken from their homes involuntarily and forced to go to boarding schools. Their hair was cut. They were forced they weren't allowed to speak their language. They weren't allowed to wear traditional clothing or their own clothing. It was an attempted cultural genocide upon indigenous folks in this country and in Canada, and a decades-long intentional campaign. One of the things, speaking of school board, one of the things people are fighting for right now is to have that history taught in Seattle public schools, and to have September 30th be recognized as an official day. We regret to inform you that in Whatcom County, a school district wants to make a Charlie Kirk Day. That's their right, but yeah. And that's why I saw they were a very actually a really measured, because oftentimes I talk a lot about the Seattle is dying narrative, but then there's also the suburbs suck so much narrative, because it really is a. And then this person's whole thing was like Bellevue versus Seattle, and they were like, and of course, like most suburban, I mean Bellevue is not suburban; they're also a city, but and as are most of the places I talk about as suburban, but they're not Seattle. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I live in South Seattle, and it's the suburbs. It's single family houses that are zoned that way because they barely will zone for some anyway, like with height restrictions and all that. I live in the suburbs, so I don't mean it as a pejorative. I do mean it as a pejorative, actually, despite the fact that I live there myself. Anyway, they think of Seattle as dirty and scary, and I'm like, yeah, no, I see the signs in your yards. That's scary to me. And then going back to the school board hearings, really interesting to hear the nuanced arguments from kids of color in particular who are asking for cops back in their schools, but they're saying, but we don't want bad cops. And I'm like, sweetie, I don't know how that's possible. Though, one thing I would suggest, if they're going to put cops back in schools, and if it is a possibility, because I don't know of the entire Seattle Police Department, do any of them actually live within the city of Seattle limits? And or do any of them specifically live in the Central District or in, where Garfield is? Because having a community member policing them would make all the difference. And I think this is my most basic, this is a law we could make nationwide tomorrow and make so much difference. Most police live 50 miles or more from where they police. What that usually means, what that 9 out of 10 means, is suburban police in urban areas where they see everyone as a threat. And again, if you're talking about a suburban police officer who lives in the suburbs, send their kids to a suburban school specifically to keep them away from what's going on in the urban schools, now being invited into the urban schools, that's how they see your children. Children that they wouldn't want their own children to interact with, that's how they see your children, and that's who you want in your school. That being said, we could simply make a law that says police have to police their own communities. First of all, that will never happen from a logistical standpoint because they couldn't. Like, it would just, the staffing, they just couldn't. Because people who live in these communities don't want police, nor do they want to be police, obviously. Let's play some more music. Let's play some fucking Kelly Osbourne Christmas music. Why the fuck not? Just because her brother went full Charlie Kirk. That's to be expected. Sharon Osbourne goes full Pierce Morgan like all the time. Christmas all year. Circle Jerks, Negative Approach. They'll be in Vancouver, British Columbia. They'll be in Portland. They'll be in Tacoma. They'll be at Temple in Tacoma October 3rd. And then they'll be in Boise October 6th. This is not where I thought I was going to go with this episode. Seattle Ethics and Elections Commission to discuss whether Bruce Harrell electioning on TikTok constitutes... it's whether it's legal or not. Nile, Nile is at El Corazon on October 3rd. I will be there. Candidate forum for mayor, city attorney, and some city council candidates. The open seats. At El Centro de Raza, October 9th. That's free. It starts at 5:30, and then the general election is November 4th. Get your ballots in by then. Black Phone 2 coming out October 17th. Windows 10 support ends October 14th. Katika, Buried Within Reach, Flea Mail, and Craxus at the Mountain Room October 17th. October 18th is No King's Day. Cherub Chains, Endless Joy, Crawl Space, Army of God, and Disc Test October 18th at somewhere on Aurora. GBH with Slaughterhouse and Knuckleheads at Crocodile, October 18th. Blast Cells, Sold, Comic Cult. That's a free show at 9 Pound Hammer, October 18th. DRI is yet another band skipping Seattle, but they will be in Portland October 17th, in Bremerton October 18th, in Bellingham October 19th. Yeah, Black Flag isn't even coming anywhere near here. California is as close as it gets. Seattle Anarchist Book Fair, 11 to 5, October 18th and 19th. Masks required. That's at Vera Project. They are still looking for volunteers. Childcare provided. October 18th is Slayer Fest. That's Buffy the Vampire, not the band. Trivia, music, etc. Strung Out with Agnostic Front and Murphy's Law at El Corazon, October 19th. Find one more thing to... This is Fear by Chastity Belt. I love this vinyl. This is a really pretty vinyl. LA's Terror, Buffalo's Space, and New York City's Combust. Again, skipping Seattle, but they will be in Vancouver, British Columbia, October 20th. They'll be in Tacoma at Real Art on the 21st. Apex Predator Allegiance, Odd Man Out, Dry Socket at Total and Total Power Exchange at Blackout Lounge. I'm sorry, at I can still say words. At Black Lodge, Saturday, October 25th. Rocky Horror Tour, Fifth Avenue Theater. Or not. Maybe I can't say words. Fifth Avenue Theater, October 25th and 26th. Barry Boswick, Brad Majors will be there. It will be the movie with a shadow cast, but also I don't know, like a... Guar with Helmet and Dwarves, October 27th at Showbox Soto. Halloween show. Flea Mail as Black Flag. Caps Lock as Suicidal Tendencies. Acerbity as Municipal Waste. And Ectopic Pregnancy as Carcass. Visit Lucky Liquor, free before 8 p.m. with costume. I really have a decision to make because I like to do what I do. I like to give out candy and all that. But maybe I'll have to do that early and then just leave oh. The Faint at Showbox November 4th. Melt Banana at Salmon Bay Eagles Club November 8th. Subhumans with 1876 at Vera Project November 7th. Accused AD at November 20th at the Central Saloon. Primitive Man at Chop Suey at November 26th. Minus the Bear at Showbox November 26th. Amy Tan Loves Birds. Benefit for KNKX and Bird Note December 2nd. And I will look up in real time if Zoran Mandami is selling merchandise yet. Gong. That's a terrible picture. Oh yeah, Zoran for New York City. Oh, okay, they've changed their website around. Oh, wait. About platform, me getting excited. Maybe they're selling merch. Someone, yeah, no, the fact that the website's been updated, if they're selling merch, I'm buying merch. Okay. Sign up to volunteer, freeze rent, blah, 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 all that good shit. All the endorsements. SEIU. Featured press. No, oh yeah, volunteer, find events near you. Still, yeah, no. Oh, show your support. No. Yes! Oh. Downloads. Download printable poster. Make your own buttons and stickers. I will accept it. Close enough. Technically, they are not selling merch, but they now have merch on their website. Okay. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for bringing you Boop Boop. Coming up next is just a show, like just a regular show. If you just like my news and views and stuff. Am I still screen sharing? Stop sharing. Thanks for watching. Oh wait, no, I have to do the thing. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for bringing you Boop Boop. And just be the best you can be tomorrow.